All right, welcome to episode 6 of the Two Average Guys Sport Podcast. Just a couple average dudes, no playing experience, no former management experience, literally two average dudes. My name is Sam. This is Espen, my co-host. Espen, how are we doing today?
Doing pretty good. How happy Labor Day.
Yeah.
The most useless holiday known to man. But
Hey,
hey,
it's for the workers.
all right, celebrate the workers.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
Celebrate the Moe's employees and Arby's.
Of course.
We need them to have the day. Oh, wait, they're open. Shit, they don't care about Labor Day.
Yeah, when I think of Labor Day, I just think of like corporate people getting the day off, and if you work for the government, it's like an extra. It's just some random day.
That's
So
literally what it is. It's a random day picked out in the year, and they're just like, screw it. This is the end of summer. This is
pretty
like,
much.
this is like, all right, you've had a good summer. Now your life sucks again because you have to wake up at 6 a.m. and get your kids back to school.
Hey, but you know what Labor Day means? Football's on the horizon, and we have a lot
Oh,
of we have a lot of football to talk today.
yeah, not only that, but we got a game kicking off in what, an hour, 2 hours, about 2.5 hours. BYU at Navy. Let's
Yeah,
go, midshipmen. What
yeah.
a long name.
Best college football game of the week. Of course, we got more playoff talk. We got baseball talk, NFL talk, and then we got some other sports news from college football to hockey to golf, and then a new top five list for the end of the episode today.
A sneak peek of the top five football foods, top five foods to watch during a football game, whether it's the Super Bowl or whether it's preseason, or the
Yeah,
Canadian Football League, or arena football.
or Madden for that matter.
Man.
I,
Well, it's just true. Let's get in the NBA. Crazy weekend.
wow.
Crazy freaking weekend. Let's start with this. We last episode we talked about the Game 7 winners in the Western Conference. Rockets playing Lakers, Clippers playing who'd they play? They played Denver Nuggets, Boston, Toronto in the East, as well as what we thought was going to be a good series, but Miami over so far 3-1 over the Bucks. Lakers first, Rockets take game 1. Ruining your bold prediction. You said LA was going to go 2-0.
Yeah, I was way off on both. I mean, they split both LA teams split the first
The
two
first four,
games.
yeah, the first two
Yeah,
games for each.
yeah. So I mean, Denver and Houston. Hey, I mean, shout out to them. They're still riding off that high from those Game 7 wins and making it a series with
Yeah,
the LA
so
teams.
Rockets, they took game 1. James Harden played like James Harden should have.
Yeah,
Lakers last night got back in the mojo. Russell Westbrook, just not. Russell Westbrook was just. There's a reason you leave him open from 3. He's not going to hit the 3. I mean,
I think we know what your take is on Russell Westbrook. Hot garbage.
he is, like I said, he's like a little Tasmanian devil almost. Like he runs around, he just goes off crazy, but his performance men's and not so great. So James Harden obviously saving that team there.
What
The
did
Lakers took
didn't
game 2.
didn't I see Westbrook, like his stats from yesterday were what? He shot 1 of 8 or 1 of 9 from
Yeah,
three. It was, I mean,
yeah.
you cannot rely on somebody who's arguably your second best 3-point shooter on the team. You can't have that kind of guy to win you games for your team in the playoffs.
And if you look at it, like, my thing is this, right? So like when he was in OKC, he was running pick and rolls with Steven Adams. Well, Houston's offense, 4 out of the 5 guys are standing at the 3-point line or beyond, and Russell Westbrook's one of them, and he shouldn't be because he can't shoot a 3. He's
Yeah.
he's he drives the lane. That's fine, but like it's not so effective anymore as we thought it would be because if he misses in contact, well, the rest of the guys are on the 3-point line. Like not the
Yeah.
best, but that's okay. LeBron sealing the deal with the step back, fadeaway, 3-pointer. Now, the other LA team, the Clippers, taking game 1, Nuggets come back in game 2. What do you think about that series?
It's really interesting. I knew going into the series that I wanted Denver instead of Utah because I knew it would be more of a series. Um,
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, Utah just, I don't think they could have competed with LA, but I mean, of course, with Denver, you have Paul Millsap, you got Jokic, and of course, Jamal Murray, the stud on the team. Um, I still think the Clippers are the heavyweight dog to win the series. I think, I mean, this may stretch to 6. I mean, we could be completely wrong. Like we said, we have horrible takes. So I mean,
So let me ask you this, right? So far, obviously only 2 games in each series. Who do you think has a better chance? Nuggets over Clippers or Rockets over Lakers? Because I think it's the Rockets over Lakers right now.
I'm gonna have to disagree.
Even
I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that.
okay.
Yeah, I
Why do
think
you think the Nuggets?
because the Nuggets feel like more of a complete team than the Clippers do, if that makes any sense. In LA, I mean, they have just two, I mean, studs with LeBron and Anthony Davis, and it's just playoff LeBron is just he's just a different animal. I've said that the last couple of weeks. I think the Lakers, I thought the Bucks were my title favorite, but now that's of course shifted to the
Yeah.
Lakers. that's shifted to the Lakers now, but I just think it's the Lakers by far.
Yeah, and so you know that the West is obviously one apiece. Eastern Conference, they got, to their conference games, their semi-conference final games before. Boston started out really, really hot in the series, taking the first 2. Toronto comes back. They hit Kyle Lowry hits a game-winning 3-point shot in game 3, and then game 4 they won by I think 7 or 9 points. I thought Toronto was out of it.
I did too. I thought we were going to get a good old Boston sweep.
Yeah.
But yeah, Toronto, I mean, they're showing that without Kawhi, they're still a championship threat, which I don't think many of us expected. I mean, I think some of us thought that they could still do this, but I mean, Kyle Lowry, of course, is the leader of the team, and Marcus Gasol's been nice. I mean, he's been nice down low in the series. Fred VanVleet's been a solid contributor too. But yeah, I think if there is a series that's most likely going to go 7, it's going to be this one.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I would have to agree with you. I really thought Boston was going to sweep. Now that we kind of seen more of Toronto, I think Toronto and 7. I just think that they go pound for pound, and as good as Boston is, it just seems like Toronto is just playing with more heart, and right now it seems to be making a difference.
I think I'm gonna go with Boston in 7. I think Kemba. I think I'm a little bit of a bias, but I'm kind of cheering for a classic Boston LA Lakers NBA Finals. That's kind of why I'm kind of all in on the Lakers this year. But yeah, I think Boston LA and going up to my absolute horrible hot take where I said the Bucks would sweep the Miami Heat. Boy, was I wrong.
Yeah, I mean, so let's just talk about this real quick, right? Miami takes the first 3. Not Boston, Milwaukee, the Bucks. They take game 4. However, that being said, Giannis goes down in the second quarter, right? So you don't have your star player. Chris Middleton, all of a sudden, just he was an all-star, I think a year and a half ago or 2 years ago, but I mean, he's playing like it. He was carrying the team. And if I had to say, I still think Heat win the series, but I think that, Milwaukee can take another game and Heat take it in 6.
It's really interesting with this series because it depends on if Giannis is available tomorrow. Because I know, what was it? Didn't he sprain was it a sprained ankle? Yeah, so he sprained his ankle. And Chris Middleton, if they are going to compete in the series, Chris Middleton is going to have to average 35 points a game. He has no choice, and he's going to have to put up incredible minutes. I think yesterday he played all 48 minutes.
He played more because it was overtime too.
Yeah, that's true.
But here's my thing, right? If you look at the Bucks roster, you look at guys like Eric Bledsoe, obviously Chris Middleton, Brook Lopez. So they have talent, and they have known talent. George Hill is another one. It's just it's Jimmy Butler or Tyler Hero or it's Bam Adebayo. All these guys, can they do it? And it seems like so far they can. And I wouldn't be surprised. Heat in 6.
By far, the most surprising team has to be the Miami Heat in the playoffs. I mean, I think we all saw them beating Indiana. I mean, they swept them, which was impressive. And then they win game 1. You're like, all right, maybe Milwaukee's just kind of, they're kind of sore or whatnot. They're not feeling it. And then game 2, that's when the concern starts to get higher. And then game 3, it's like, okay, this is becoming a problem for Milwaukee. But if they don't have Giannis, I think they're donezo.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you. So now we have predictions for tonight and tomorrow's games. Obviously tonight, Celtics Raptors at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. Who you got?
I'm going to Celtics, and then Raptors win 6, and then Celtics win 7. So I think we're going to get a little bit of back and forth in the next 3 games. So
I have to agree with you just the other way around. Raptors tonight take 3 games in a row. Celtics take game 6. Raptors in game 7. As well as tonight, Clippers at Nuggets. Well, Clippers versus Nuggets. It's obviously in a neutral arena.
Yeah.
I think Clips tonight, Nuggets in 6, and then Clips in 7.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Clips go up 3-1, then Denver gets another win in there, and then Clips are gonna get 6. I would definitely agree with you.
That's all right. And then so those are our Monday night games. So we got, like I said, Celtics Raptors 6:30 Eastern Time Monday. September 7th as well has Clips Nuggets September 7th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Tomorrow night we have the Heat and Bucks 6:30 Eastern Time. Who you got? I got Bucks to win the next game. Game 5, they'll be down 3-2, and then I got Heat to win the last game, or 6.
Yeah, it really, for me, it comes down to Giannis if he plays or not. I'm gonna go Heat in 5. I'm completely going off the complete opposite end of my previous prediction of Bucks
Changing the bold prediction.
Yeah,
We're
definitely.
going to sweep to down 3-1 right now, although it's not the first time we've seen 3-1.
Shout out to the Warriors.
Shout out to the Warriors. Yes, right. That's right there, 3-1. Lakers Rockets tomorrow night as well at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Wouldn't be surprised. Lakers win the next one. Rockets just back and forth.
Disagree. Lakers are going to win the next 3 and cruise their way to the
close it out.
They're going to cruise their way into the Western Conference Finals.
It depends what Russell Westbrook shows up. If it's the good quality, above average, can make a few threes, like 2 or 3 a game. Russell Westbrook, or just brick on brick on brick.
Here's a little mini bowl prediction. Alex Caruso has over 20 points in Game 3.
Alex Caruso. All right. Yeah,
you gotta respect the bald white man. I mean, you gotta respect him.
He has the headband too. I think it's the headband that gives him like superpowers.
Yeah, definitely.
It's the headband and all the gear. That's what they do. They throw on all the gear and then it's like, yeah, we got this. NBA obviously keeps going strong. A lot of good playoff games tonight and tomorrow. Wouldn't be surprised if, God only knows all these games go to 7, but we gave our predictions. MLB news. First of all, rest in peace to Lou Brock. First ballot Hall of Famer, 2-time World Series champion, member of the 3000 Hit Club, and, the king of stolen bases. So rest in peace. Condolences with him and his family.
Yeah, definitely rest in peace. Of course, neither of us were alive to see him play, but I mean, I've seen some of his highlights on YouTube, and I mean, he defined stealing bases, which was something you didn't see a lot back then. So he brought speed to the game, a new element to the game. So that's definitely how he'll be remembered. Lived a long, great life, but yeah, rest in peace for him. Pray for him and his family.
Yeah. And other MLB news, that was the past generation. The current generation, Mike Trout hit his 300th homer. He's 29 years old. Like, if this guy stopped playing this second, like, he's just like, oh, career, like, God forbid, career and an injury, has to retire on the spot. Like, the dude's going to Hall of Fame, first ballot.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm gonna go on a tiny bit of a little rant about in a good way towards Mike Trout, but slamming baseball. Mike Trout is the face of the league, arguably the face of the league. Wouldn't you say that, right?
Yeah.
He's the most talented player in the league, and I guarantee if you go up to the average sports fan, they don't know who Mike Trout is. And I think I blame baseball for not marketing him like NBA does with LeBron and like NFL does with Patrick Mahomes, like the current best players in the other leagues. It's just, I think it's so disrespectful to Mike Trout because what he's doing is Hall of Fame stats, like we've said. I think too, he's played for such a horrible organization the last few years. Yeah. I think that definitely can contribute to that. So,
that's the thing. Like, everyone knows the Dodgers. You walk around LA, I'm sure it's just Dodgers hats and Dodgers hats. And then you have the Angels, but they're not even Los Angeles Angels. Like, they can't just be called that. They're Los Angeles Angels at Anaheim.
Of Anaheim, yeah.
Yeah, that just makes it 10 times worse. But, talking about Mike Trout, if he does not win a World Series, and, this doesn't matter to me because I think he's easily one. You could top 5 all time. If he does not win a World Series, is he still in that, greatest of all time,
Oh, yeah. Greatest of all time.
No World Series. take away the World Series, he doesn't win one. Just to remind you that he has 3 MVPs already. He's 29. Several All-Stars, several other accomplishments. Does he belong in the World Series? Or, well, not World Series. Does he belong in the GOAT talk? But he should get to the World Series.
It depends on, I think I think you got to have at least one championship, because if you go your entire career without, and I think he'll end up getting one at some point, not with the Angels, but I think he'll end up on a different team. I would say no, he's not in the greatest of all time talk. Then again, too, it could come down to home runs, and if he could get up to that like 600 level, if he could sniff 700, that would be something. What do you think?
For sure, I think he's going to hit at least 500 home runs, career, 200 more. Even if he doesn't make it to the World Series, he's still, like, when they talk about MLB players, they talk about 5-tool players, and he's the definition of a 5-tool player. He steals bases, he plays defense, he hits contact, hits power, can do it all. I think he's still the face of baseball. Like, he's still arguably the best player in baseball. So, like, he needs to go down as probably top 5 of all time. If not,
really,
I would say top 5. Because if you look at top 5, obviously baseball's been around for over 100 years now. You look at, you could say Babe Ruth,
Hank Aaron.
You could say Barry Bonds, Menza.
The steroid era is a different animal, though. That's like the Mark McGuire's, the Sammy Sosa's.
Yeah.
Like that's a different. It's kind of a gray area. It's kind of
Lou Gehrig. I mean, there's so many players.
Yeah.
But I think that Mike Trout is in that talk of, okay, like this dude's probably the best of all time, or one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how his career plays out. I'll definitely be here for it.
That's the AL West, the NL West. We obviously got Fernando Tatis Jr., obviously young stud himself, like 22 or 23 years old, playing for the Padres. The man just keeps raking. He's tied for the league in home runs, lead in home runs, but he's also doing a little bat drop.
Yeah, we love a good bat drop, don't we?
We love a good bat drop. It just pisses people off.
And this is where like the 60-game season's gonna kind of suck a little bit. It's like if we had a full season and we could see what Fernando could do for home runs. I mean, he may be like, could he?
He's probably in the 40s
for the whole season. You think?
I would say 40s.
Yeah. It's just.
But it's still impressive, like for a young kid himself.
He's a stud. I mean, the Padres they keep racking off wins too, and I mean they may be a scary team to play in the playoffs. I don't know if I would want to play them.
I don't know if they got a lot of good moves. Like, the truth be told is they're up there.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Baseball is still going strong because we got NFL this week. We got fucking game week, baby.
Yes, let's go.
Week one, right now. Starts Thursday night. Obviously, 2020's been rough, right? I'm not gonna hide that. Can the NFL season save 2020?
I think so. Truth be told, up until probably last week, I was like not super excited. I mean, of course I'm excited. I was excited for NFL, but I wasn't like crazy, like out of my pants, like, oh my God, like the NFL starting this week. This past weekend, I've realized this will be the saving grace of 2020. I think this is like, you have fantasy football. It's just NFL is just a different animal. It's just so much fun to follow, so much fun to watch. It's always fun when your team wins a Super Bowl and you're defending Super Bowl champs. That's always fun.
Obviously, like you said, Chiefs coming off their Super Bowl high. Back-to-back, question mark?
Oh.
All right, we'll say that. You know what? We'll have to save that. We'll have to save that for Wednesday's podcast. Our NFL, that's an NFL exclusive,
preview show.
Yeah, that's a whole show we're talking about, just NFL.
It's just going to be, we probably touched on the NBA a little bit, but Thursday's episode, it's just going to be all NFL talk. So that might be my favorite episode. I think we're up to.
And
a little teaser.
With the NFL stepping up, Josh Rosen signs with the Bucks. I like this move. And I like this move because, he just had so many different offensive coordinators and he was just switching teams. And it's just like, he didn't seem to get a fair chance. But now that he's behind Tom Brady and he can understand that, I'm working with the GOAT, even if he doesn't play like it anymore, he still like, has the knowledge. I think he'll become a better quarterback because of this.
I like this move too. He's just, I think, been incredibly unlucky with the teams he's ended up on. He gets drafted by Arizona, and then just he kind of fizzles out his rookie year, and then they of course draft Kyler Murray, and then he gets traded to what was it? He was with the Dolphins last year, and then they had Tannehill who beat him out. So I think he's
Well, they traded Tannehill, and they had Fitzmagic.
yeah,
GOAT.
that's right. That's right. And he backed up Fitzmagic, and yeah, I think because Brady's realistically, I think got 2 seasons left in the NFL. I think that he's going to play 2 more seasons in Tampa, and then Rosen can learn the system and be behind him. And maybe, I mean, who knows? Rosen could turn into a decent NFL quarterback.
You want to hear something crazy? Like, there was probably 2, 3, 4 years ago, Brady was like, I want to play till like 45. The dude, I'm pretty sure, is like 42 or 43 right now. And, like, he has 2 more seasons, at least.
And it looks like he's going to do it unless he snaps an ACL.
Yeah. And then, not the only one signing with a team, Jadeveon Clowney, the hit stick from South Carolina, go into the Tennessee Titans. Does this make them a contender to win the AFC South, or even make a playoff spot, say that they don't win the AFC South?
Yeah, even before this move, I've been kind of high on Tennessee. I was high on them going into the playoffs last year. I thought they would. I thought they would go on a mini run, and they did. That division's going to be so much fun to watch. I think. Well,
except for Jacksonville.
Except for Jacksonville, I think any of the other 3 teams though could win the division. I think I'm leaning towards Indianapolis, but I think now too with the expansion to the playoffs, you get an extra spot. I think that Tennessee will definitely get a wild card spot this year.
I was gonna say Houston's in that division too, and Houston's one of those really good teams that just kind of is there, like they're there. Yeah. But I would definitely agree. I think that this makes them a little bit more of a bigger threat. I think they still have a few spots to fill, like at wide receiver. But I would say that they are going to compete for the AFC South. Other sports news: rip to Novak Djokovic. For those of you who don't know what happened, so at the U.S. Open, there's rules that state like you cannot hit a ball at a line judge. Obviously, he wasn't thinking. He hits the ball at the line judge. It strikes the lady in the neck. She has to I don't know if she went to the hospital or what.
I know she was helped off the court with medical help.
Yeah, so obviously he was super remorseful and very. He was shown that he was sorry and apologetic and everything, which was very good to see. It's just he broke the rules, so he gets ejected from the U.S. Open and gets disqualified, loses points, loses prize money. But damn.
Yeah, and he was the huge favorite too, because
Nadal he was number 1 seed.
Yeah, and Nadal and Federer weren't even playing, because I think it was either injured or I kind of follow tennis a little bit, but I don't know why they weren't there. But he's been known to be such a douchebag and an asshole in every sense possible. Federer and Nadal are super likable guys. They're they've been the face of of course Djokovic's been the face of tennis too for a while, but he's
I can't stand him because whenever he starts to lose, he just throws a fit.
He throws a fit. I'm dude, you're a grown man athlete. You need to learn how to lose. It's just
yeah.
I don't
take the L.
Yeah.
I don't know. He deserves.
And he looked. I saw the video too. He looked absolutely devastated. I know he posted on social media saying it was not my intent. I'm gonna look at this as a learning opportunity of how to control my emotions, and good for him.
I always feel like he's been the bad guy too, throughout his career, because we've had Federer and Nadal. I always feel like Djokovic is he's always been the guy that's people like him, but not really.
Yeah.
We know he's a favorite. We don't want him to be a favorite, but he's there.
Yeah.
And then golf news. Take it away.
Yeah, so just finishing up a few minutes ago, Dustin Johnson, shout out to Sam. He wins the FedEx Cup before the FedEx Cup even started. Yeah, Dustin Johnson.
Paulina's going to be happy.
I think Dustin will be even happy. He's bringing home that 15. He's bringing home that 15 mil. So I think little vacation before the U.S. Open maybe be happening for that family. But yeah, congrats to Dustin. And here's another wild stat to throw at you. The PGA Tour season ends today, and the 2020-21 season starts this Thursday. So nice little 2-day off season for the PGA Tour.
Yes. Excitement. I have to use my fingers to hold it up. Excitement.
And then we got that, and then of course U.S. Open, which I mean probably won't touch much on golf this week because who cares? But
is
US
that like
Open,
later this month or is that next month?
U.S. Open's next Thursday starts.
Finishing out the season strong. Some U.S. Open action, some Masters action later this year, a couple months down the line. Go Dustin Johnson. Go Paulina Johnson. Rock on.
And speaking about Paulina's dad, Wayne Gretzky, a little transition to NHL there.
Yeah, nice. That was smooth. That was like that was a puck going into the goal. NHL still going strong. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, the Eastern and Western Conference Finals, they just started. I know in the West we got Vegas and Dallas, and then the East we got the Tampa Bay Lightning against the Islanders. Maybe some predictions? You want to?
I go Islanders. I go Islanders in 6. My Dallas Stars going in, I want to say 5, but it'll probably be 7. But just a quick note, the New York Islanders head coach is the former Washington Capitals head coach. And one of the Washington Capitals, they fired him.
I was sad.
So, the round head, the bald, love it.
Barry Trotz.
Yep, love it. That's the reason I want the Islanders, just because like a screw you to the Caps. But I go Islanders in 6. I go Stars in 7. What about you?
I'm going to go complete opposite of you in both ways. I'm going to go – first of all, both are going to go 7. I go Vegas in 7. I go Tampa in 7. Vegas is like – I mean, how could you not cheer for Vegas to get a championship for a sports team? I mean, I'm cheering for them to win it all this year. I hope Vegas – they played the Caps a couple of years ago in their first ever year as a franchise, which was incredibly impressive. But I think Vegas gets it done this year. So, yeah.
Also, the city of Tampa needs that because the Rays are just like – I mean, it's no different for them playing without fans just because they're used to it, but that's all right.
Hot take. Is Tampa, like, slowly becoming, like, a great sports city, like, right now?
No.
Look at the – no. Like, with their teams, not the fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, the team. I mean, the Rays are in first place. You have the Bucks who are going to be in the best in, 20 years or whatever, and the Lightning are in they may win a Stanley Cup. So if you're living in Tampa now, it's of course, nobody cares because
it's Tampa and you're in Florida, so do other shit.
Yeah.
But NHL still going strong. And, speaking about the Bucks doing the best in their, 20 years probably, NFL, our top 5 of the Monday show.
Yeah, so our top 5 this week, top 5 football foods to enjoy while you're watching the game, watching the Super Bowl. Yeah. Who do you want to go first?
I'll go my number 5, a nice thick sub. You can never go wrong with a nice sub. Nice little hot sub, nice little cold sub, doesn't matter. A little sub and some chips action, but never hurt anyone. What's your number 5?
First, I'm going to give a shout out to my honorable mention who just missed the cut. A nice warm bowl of chili.
Oh.
The reason it didn't make the cut is because we start out the NFL season in like September and the weather's still warm out. You can't have chili when it's warm out. It is a cold weather food.
I have something. Denver, just a quick note, Denver is 94 today is their high. Tomorrow they are supposed to get between 2 and 6 inches of snow.
I saw that. I can't stop laughing. They're under like a winter storm watch. And it's 94.
Yeah, like they are dropping like 50 or 60 degrees in 20, like not even 24 hours, probably like 12 hours.
God, that would be fun. That'd be so much fun to be in.
But
we'll go to my number 5. Could be a little bit biased since I'm from Kansas City, but good old barbecue. I mean, you cannot go wrong with good barbecue for football. It's just such a good combo. Give me some ribs. Give me a brisket sandwich. Give me some sausages. Whatever it is, I like barbecue. What's your number 4?
Number 4, nachos. Can never go wrong with nachos, man. Like, they're good. You can put whatever you want on them. Chicken, beef, brisket, bacon, a little sour cream, a little guac, a little pico de gallo. Anything you want. Also, when the Mexico City game happens, gives you a reason to even eat more nachos. What's your number 4?
Yeah, you literally can't mess up nachos. However bad you want to try and mess up nachos, you can't. It's impossible.
You have to be literally dumb.
Yeah. My number 4, kind of like not chips and dip. I mean, just give me chips and queso, like chips and ranch or French onion dip. Just nice little snack to munch
The
on during the
Lay's,
game.
the Lay's French onion.
Oh, magnificent. Who's your number 3?
Number 3 is sliders.
Ooh,
Bold. Bold. I get it. I know. Easy to pick up, though.
couple bites. Just
Done.
yeah.
Game. You didn't see my eyes leave. They were right on the screen. Beautiful. Done. Variety of ways. Number 3, go ahead.
Yeah, 3 is gonna be pizza. I mean, kind of like nachos. I mean, pizza it's incredibly hard to screw up, and I always say pizza.
I'll see your Little Caesars.
Yeah,
Or Domino's.
Even a frozen pizza's kind of like sex. Hear me out.
All right. Go ahead,
out.
take it.
Bad pizza can still taste good, just kind of like bad sex is still, it's okay. It's not.
It gets the job done.
Yeah. So I mean, that's kind of how I've always thought about pizza. But,
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. My number 2 is wings. Boneless, bone in, doesn't matter. Give me a little bit of barbecue sauce action. I'm happy. It's a little bit messy, so I gotta put it in the bowl on the side, but that's okay. Got some wings, nice crispiness, nice little sauce action going. Sauce never hurts anyone. Wings number 2.
Give me buffalo into the barbecue.
What's your number 2?
Number 2. Oh wow, we have the same one. Wings.
Oh,
Except I'm gonna instead of barbecue, I like garlic parmesan or give me like buffalo sauce. And I prefer boneless wings instead of bone in.
they're easier to eat. But
Yeah,
they're just chicken nuggets. It's like a little popcorn chicken, like a little pop chicken.
Yeah, I mean, there's some debate if they're actually if they're considered wings or if they're saucy nugs, But I consider them wings.
I agree. Number 1, pizza. Like you're supposed to what, 3? I got pizza number 1, man. Give me a nice little slice of pizza action. Done. Little New York fold right there. Done.
Is that your go-to pizza? Is New York style?
Well, depends. All right. The Dallas Cowboys are playing a team from New York. Easy. Yes. They're playing a team from Green Bay. We might have to switch it up a little. No, pizza never hurt anyone.
Yeah, of course.
Well, medium pie. Done. Number 1, go ahead.
Yeah, number 1 was one you had. Number 4 on your list, nachos. I think it's just because I love Mexican food. It's my favorite kind of cuisine to eat. Nachos are impossible to mess up. I mean, nachos in football it's just there's nothing better in my opinion.
There you go. That's all right though. Nachos never hurt anyone. You can't mess them up. Put a little ranch on it on top of your chicken nachos. You can do a variety of stuff with them. Never hurt anyone.
Yeah.
We're what? We're 3 days away. Counting down. 72 hours away.
Cannot wait. Yeah.
74 hours and 4 minutes away. And we got football. Hell yeah. Saving 2020.
For sure, yeah, and we're gonna, of course, like we mentioned, Thursday's episode is gonna be pretty much an all NFL preview episode. We're gonna go division by division, probably give playoff picks, Super Bowl picks, I would assume, all the fun stuff.
Yearly picks, MVP, most improved player, comeback player,
all the fun stuff. Yeah, we're gonna cover all of it. It's gonna be, can't wait to talk about it on Thursday. So
we got a baller episode coming your way.
Definitely. And of course, you can follow us on Twitter. It's going to be on the screen here, T_A_G Sports. And then this video will be up on YouTube or on Spotify. Give us like, comment, subscribe. We want to hear your opinions. We want to hear your hot takes. Want to debate you guys. We want to any input is appreciated.
Want to fight some of you verbally, but
no, we don't want that. We love our fans.
Also, like, comment, subscribe on YouTube because blessings. We got 10 subscribers. It's all right. Start.
It only goes up.
Hey, it only goes up. DJ Khaled, blessed. Yeah.
We start from the bottom, and now we're here.
Yes, thank you, Drake, for that. Clip going up on a Tuesday as well.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to share with our viewers?
No, I think it was another fun episode. We're definitely looking forward to Thursday though, and talking to you guys, Sam.
Yeah, for sure. Once again, follow us on Twitter, T_A_G Sports. Like we said on Twitter, this will be on YouTube, Spotify, and sound good?
Yeah, have a good one.
All right, take care.
You too.